How do major companies handle API versioning challenges? Imagine trying to keep thousands of apps running smoothly while constantly adding new features. That's what big companies face with API versioning. They need a way to update without breaking existing systems. So, how do they do it? Let's find out. First, they pick a consistent way to mark their API versions. Some put the version number right in the URL, like v1 resource. This makes it easy to see which version is in use and helps with caching. Others put the version in the HTTP headers, which keeps URL clean but means clients need to handle headers. Some add a version parameter in the query string, like version is equal to 1.0. Companies often combine these methods based on what works best for their needs. Next, they use semantic versioning. This system uses 3 numbers, major, minor, patch. When a new major version comes out, it might break compatibility. Minor updates add new features but keep old ones working. Patch versions fix bugs without changing how the API works. This helps developers understand what to expect from each update. To avoid disrupting users, companies keep older versions running even as they introduce new ones. They do this by creating new endpoints instead of changing old ones. They also set default values for new optional features and keep old field names. Automated tests make sure new versions don't break existing functions. They also keep track of all versions in one central place, like an API catalog. This shows which versions are active, who owns them, and their status. Clear documentation explains the rules for versioning, lists changes, and guides users on how to migrate to newer versions. When it's time to retire an old version, companies give users plenty of notice. They set clear timelines and offer support for migration. Monitoring how many people still use the old version helps decide when to shut it down safely. Security is always a priority. Each version is checked for vulnerabilities. When new versions are released, they often fix security issues or add new protections. Companies make sure clients are using the right version to keep data safe. In practical terms, developers should plan versioning from the start. Automate testing for each version, document changes clearly, and keep at least one previous version available. Using semantic versioning and URI versioning makes updates easier. Managing versions centrally and communicating well with users helps keep everything running smoothly. By following these steps, big companies keep their APIs flexible and reliable. They avoid chaos and make it simple for developers to work with their systems, even as they grow and improve.